really crazy stuff. So, but you would get a house, and that would be your water source. They would come and, deliver water. And saw the little tiny kitchen over here. Again, I always look for stones like some of these type of stones. Once you shine them, they're like crystals. They're really beautiful crystals. And Joshua Tree downtown sells these once they're all shined up. And so I collect these. I come out and collect these. And then, yeah, so let's check it out. So this is, oh, look at the old windows. That's your kitchen, your tiny, tiny, tiny kitchen. Pretty crazy. And then you get your one bedroom. It looks like a bedroom over there. Let's check it out. Broken glass. Oh, it looks like they had some type of, I don't know, this is where they would, like barbecue maybe? Looks like a barbecue type of something, or some sort of ritual, and Indian burial ritual, something here. I don't know, but it's pretty cool. So they had all this land, and then their outhouse. The person that did it was a moderator. You guys are chatting, yeah. And then, yeah, the back of the house here. So this must have been a bedroom at one time. And then they have another little something going on right here. And then this would be, I'm assuming, the outhouse, because we had one of these on our property when we bought it. They had a couple of things. It looks like a couple of sheds. I'm afraid to actually open this. Oh, noes. Yeah, so that's their outhouse, and we did have one on our property. I had some sheds over here. And like I said, none of the roads are maintained out here, so it's pretty rough to live out here. Like, there's some severe weather. And I'm really curious how often the water got delivered. I do see the water, how they got it into the house. And definitely, it's definitely a gas stove. You can see it's definitely a gas. So they had gas. They must have had some sort of, trying to see if they had any electricity going on in here. But so not bad. I mean, if you worked in the mines, you got your land, you got your house. It's pretty desolate out here. It's just been really crazy to know that back in the day. But there's a YouTuber. Her name is No Doubty Homestead, and she just bought 12 beautiful acres in the desert. Beautiful. And she is a brave woman, I'll tell you that. She did everything, had, no trailers, no nothing, and she's making it, and I'm so impressed by what she's doing. Everybody go check out that channel, because it is amazing what this woman is going through, and how she's just, she has a son and her mom, and they're tenting it. It's cold out right now. It's like in the 40s at night. So it's amazing on how she's making things work out there. Again, I'm gonna look for snakes. There might be something. Here's one. Here's a beautiful, there we go. Here's another. See, if I go out beyond and grab all these, they'll become shiny, shiny, shiny crystals. But some of this is flood zone. You can see, it's flood zone. So, but anyway, it is beautiful here. It's gorgeous. It's just absolutely beautiful. But it's rough living. It's definitely rough living. And you can see like that looks like some sort of critter hole. So I'm gonna get the hell out of this area. And there's a bunch of them. So let's go back over closer. See here's a little flood zone right here. You can see the water, the water, the water flow here. So hopefully, no doubt he doesn't have any, flood zone areas where she's at. There's another one. I love these stones, and when they're all polished and shined, they're beautiful crystals. I have a bunch of them in my house on shelves, and they're gorgeous. And like I said, there's a bunch of gift shops downtown that sell these type of crystals and stones and gems. And here's another water, another kind of like water flow where when it rains, it's a wow, look at that one. That's massive. That's pretty cool. So this is kind of my little hobby I do out here when I'm brave and I know that there's no snakes around, and I don't have my high boots on today, so I'm kind of nervous about that. But anyway, it's really, really beautiful. And this is my property here. It was completely flat at one time, and we had a construction crew come in and kind of give us a little bit. We designed, how we wanted the property to look, and we wanted some privacy. So if I go like closer to the ledge, this is my inside. Down there is where we do our fires, so we have some privacy away from everybody. And there's my two beautiful babies. Good morning, my loves. I know I'm coming in. We haven't played yet, huh? We have not done our playing. But this is just, I think, the most beautiful place. And there's our military back there, so we kind of get a better look from where I used to be. Just really, really beautiful. So this is kind of one of the roads. None of the roads are maintained here. So you see another washout right here. So we built up high so we wouldn't be in a flood zone. And we weren't anyway. When we bought this property, I should say my husband did all the research on it and made sure that it wasn't in a flood zone. We had, we asked the state to approve a drone to go above, and take some sky, pictures from the sky. There's my little guy up there. And we get an aerial view. We had to get permission because of the military. They didn't know, what drone it was. So the realtor had to get permission from the state to see if we can run a drone out here to take aerial pictures. And he did a lot of research on this property before we bought it. And so we did find out that it was, not in a flood zone. It was a good piece of property. It had a lot of work. Like I said, it almost looked like that. It did have siding on it, but we replaced all the sidings. We pretty much did everything to it. We all new windows, floors, everything, electrical, plumbing, built it from scratch pretty much. So, we bought the land, 5 acres. So our property goes out to that telephone pole, and we can take a walk out there. So this is all our property still here. And you can see a little washouts here, but it doesn't hit our property, right? It goes right there. Hi, Mr. Hodor. Hi, Bluesy. Um, so yeah, let's take a walk. Oops, thought that was a snake. um, so as I walk further, now again, none of the roads are maintained. A lot of beautiful, beautiful stones and gems out here, and this is where I go to kind of look. Yeah, Desert Lady. uh, uh, so then there's a road right here, and I'll take you to the road. So that's where our property ends, is where that telephone pole is, basically at the end of this road here. And then after this road that I'm gonna go to, look at that one. Oh, here's a, oh, I got all these good ones. After this road, I'll go to this here. How are your dogs? They are amazing. They're waiting for me to come back on the land, and I'm gonna go. So this is one of the roads that go all the way down to the very end of those mountains. It goes all the way down, and this is a trail road, so you'll see some trail signs that you can, four-wheel on. But if I were to step on this right here, this I'm not allowed to be on. This is government land right here, so I'm not allowed to be on this part. So I will not be on this part of the land. So anything beyond this area here, like right here and on, is all government. All this is government land. So not able to. What are you picking? I am picking some beautiful stones that when they're shined, they're like marble stones, but when they're shined, they look like, I love crystals and stuff like that. They're not really true crystals, but they look like it. Some of them are, like rose granite and things like that. So I like polishing, and I have them inside because I have a desert home. I do a lot of like desert decorating, and like this is beautiful. That's really beautiful. I like the smaller ones because I can make little things out of them. But so yeah, this is still all my property here. And actually my property goes even onto, pretty much stops after this. So this is an easement road we share. So this road is kind of still my property. So I believe my property line is where that telephone pole is, right there. So just a little bit of this part is still my property here. So it is beautiful. I found you through No Doubty. Oh, No Doubty. Thank you. I am such a fan of her. My husband and I are just addicted to that channel, and because we can relate. I can relate to her, and I'm glad she's doing super well on YouTube. I wish I had that, because she's just, she's doing great, and I'm glad for her. And she seems like a really wonderful lady, and I can just totally relate to what she's going through, because we couldn't live in this house for 6 months when we bought it. We lived in a shitty, shacky hotel because we couldn't afford anything, but at least we had something. No Doubt he has nothing out there. She got snow today. Yeah. Hi, Catherine. Okay, Poetic. Yeah, so we do get snow. We get snow in January. But she's, I think, around 400 miles up above us. So she's probably going to get snow a lot sooner than we would. But I'm gonna head back onto my property. So this is the way I come in. Again, we had such devastating storms that this is what it does. The storms that come through, this is what it does. And we have this all over our property. Um, these big gaps in the ground. Um, and the wind storms are pretty bad. I have videos on my channel about one of the windstorms. You guys should go check out. It's crazy. But we had to reroute our entrance when we bought this house. 600 miles north. Okay, JK. You are doing awesome. Oh, Poetic, I love you. I actually want to exchange phone numbers with you. I exchanged with Chris the other day, Poetic, but I think we should all just have a chat together on the phone or do our own, I don't know, something, because you guys are awesome too. I really love your stuff, and you are just super smart, just got great content, and you're building like crazy. And I share your stuff all over the place. So good morning, Lackwinder. Good morning. Hi, dear. Hi, friend. How are you? I am good. I'm sorry if I'm not keeping up in the chat. I'm so busy talking, explaining, but welcome everyone. I'm not originally from California, but I do not miss living. Yes, yeah. Right now, so California is really bad. It's getting really bad to live in, and it's unfortunate because it used to be the most amazing place in the world. And now it's just getting unbearable. It's just really, getting unbearable. And I have two places. So I have this place in the desert, and then I have another place in the city where I work. And I could say what I do. I work in aerospace, but I can't actually say what I actually do. But so I work all week long, and then I travel here. But our entrance to our house used to be this over here. So we used to drive, when we first bought the house, we used to drive in this way. I am waiting for your live. I'm waiting for your live. You're on my live. I'm waiting for your live, your next live. I was on it the other night. So that used to be the entrance to our house. We used to drive this way, and that is actually our road, our main road. But there was so much soft sand that we would get stuck, even with four-wheel drive. So you could see like the ditch right there, and we would get stuck, and we'd have to get the chains out, and then our fence to get in was like right there. So we said, the heck with this, let's hire some contractors. That's a pretty one. And then have them, kind of make a new entrance for us so that we wouldn't get stuck all the time. And so we did. So they carved out the contractors came in and carved out this road for us. And so now I come in from that angle up here. And again, the storm we had just did so much damage. And it's crazy because the storm came in, it was like 40 minutes and it was gone. But this is what happens. What happens. And then you could tell there's a, flood zone right there. So we, like I said, my husband did a lot of, research before buying this, because he knew what to look for when we were buying this. He knew, is it a flood zone? Is it a fire zone? Is it, this, that, and the other thing. And then he hired someone to do an aerial drone, above to capture the land, to really do some. And then he did a lot of research about the parcel itself. And so he was like, yeah, let's buy it. And it was, the right price at the time. Where are you from, Catherine? Catherine. Catherine's awesome. I'm glad to see you here, Catherine. I hope you're doing well. I hope your subs are getting up there. All right, let's get back in. I'll lock this up. And we are, like I said, locked down. Everything is locked down. We got the chains. I'll lock that down. Well, I can get that after, but then we have, cameras everywhere. So in the front of the house, there's cameras. Hi, little one. And we can see people coming from miles. And, we have protection out here, like I said before. It is starting to grow. So, but then now here's our inside. And it's been nice enough out where I've been able to enjoy my hot tub. So I was in it over the weekend. It was really nice. I got to chill out on the couch and we had the lights going. And as you can tell, it's super windy. So we have, the sandbags covering the hot tub because it's extremely expensive hot tub. And it's like an 8-man hot tub for one person. So, but yeah, so we're trying to grow as many plants as we can. And we've got all our got my big heavy jacket on today. Like I said, it's cold. So we're trying to, oh, you're welcome. You're welcome. We're trying to grow some more, as many as we can. And again, say hi, cutie pie. Hi. It was your birthday yesterday, huh? It was your birthday yesterday. Yes, it was. I have 200. Yes. I had, it goes up and down, Catherine. I'm not sure why, but it does go up and down. So it's just time is not on my side right now. So hi, little one. And yeah, it's been difficult. Go ahead. She wants me to play. But yeah, it's beautiful here. I love it here. This is one of my favorite, lives to do because you get to see how gorgeous, it is. Even though California is just getting to be so bad, there are some little places hidden out, way out, that are, that are like this. So again, I don't live here 100% of the time, which is unfortunate, but so I live in the city where it's hectic and crazy and, because of my job, but I do love coming here and spending time, with my family, which I miss. I miss this one. I miss her so. It was her birthday yesterday. Yes, she's rocking it. Oh, poetic. I'm trying. I really am. I really do. And that's the thing. I really love it. I love doing this. I don't know what you're talking about. I'm confused. Catherine, your ID is not showing my YouTube. Yeah, so sometimes that's what sometimes channels are hidden and you don't know it. They're set to private and you can't find them. So when people sub to me and I try to sub back, I can't find them, or they don't even appear that they subbed on my channel. So I don't know if it's a setting or what it is. Again, I'm still so new. Poetic would probably know. Yes, I don't like that. Okay, Poetic. So you know about that. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know why that is. How you're supposed to build or support anybody if you can't find them or even check out their content. You be nice. You be careful. You be careful with that. You almost hit the little baby. Oh, the little baby. She's so little. Um, yeah, so it's kind of strange that is, but I don't know why that is. But so some of the subs I don't even know who they are on my channel. Come here, little bluesy. Come here, I got your ball. Um, yeah, because they're hidden. I just don't I can't find them. So it's unfortunate because you wanna maintain a relationship. You wanna have share comments and share experiences, and if you're part of a community, it's kind of like a family, right? So you wanna keep contact. You wanna say, hey, what's up? How's it going? I loved your last video, and it 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 inspired me, or it moved you in some certain way. And um, it's I have 5 K subs, and I maybe know 300. Isn't that's crazy? Yes, we are all good friends here. YouTube is good for loneliness, especially as a senior. Yeah, and I did a video about that on Thursday night, a couple of weeks ago, actually, about AI chatbots and how people are creating chatbots. They're creating caricature chatbots for companionship, and it's not turning out so well. So check out that video if you haven't seen it. It's kind of sad, but I had to cover it because I it turned into this. And when you're on that main road out there, like where I showed you earlier, you can't really see inside. Wait till you see Rudy and horse on elephant. Oh my god, I can't wait for it. I can't wait. Oh my god. That was a great show yesterday. I hated getting off of that show, but I had some things I had to do. So but yeah, so we stuck a ring central camera out here for some wild animal action. We stuck a carrot up there, and we have some videos of some coyotes, and these rabbits are like the size of my dogs, and we got some good videos of field mice fighting with the rabbits and all kinds of stuff. So yeah, it's pretty interesting, living here. And again, we customized everything. So all these windows, like when we put the new siding on the house, we had to customize the window so it could handle the heat and the different elements, the weather elements, because the windows before were just awful. And then, we did new roof, everything, new siding, windows. It's a small house. It's only, 1,200 square feet. It's small, but I could take you into like the little part of this is my kind of my studio part here. So this is where I set up. We have, our air conditioning, and this is just our porch deck part of it. We put new floors, new ceilings, new windows. Everything is like country. This is all custom redwood. So we did a lot of good customization building the house. So hey, have you ever I had a scorpion. Yes, we have scorpions and all that stuff. Yeah, my little girl got bit by a rattlesnake a couple of months ago. It was devastating. I have a video of that. But yeah, there's all that stuff out here. There is all that stuff out here, but we do spray. So that's one good thing. If No Doubty is listening, or if anybody knows her that's listening, I would definitely invest in some uh, you know, a bug spray, or spray around the whole entire area where you're staying. It keeps everything out. It really helps. It really, really helps. It really helps. Oh, go get it. Go get it. Go ahead, little one. Um, it really helps with the scorpions, and we have some really big black beetles that are gross. And it's yeah, it's not, I'm actually worried for those people Oh, Chicken Explorers. Do you know who I'm talking about? No doubty. Yeah, they set up in a floodplain. I my husband commented to her because he knows a lot about this, and my husband did a lot of research about this land and this area, and I know I don't think she fully knew what she was getting into, but damn, she's trying. She's doing, what she can. She finally got her sheds. I'm not sure what bugs Dowdy has. Yeah, I'm not sure either because she's, like you said, 400 miles above us, I believe you said. Yeah, she finally got her sheds in, and I mean, there's no electricity, there's no water, there's no, at least when we bought this place, we had a well, we had a water source. Then we had the well company come in and test the well and realized that there was some mineral bacteria or something like that. So we put in a massive water filtration system, and it was extremely expensive. But at least we can wash our clothes and shower and do our dishes in it. And we still do not drink it, just in case. We don't even give the dogs, that water. But just in case, I don't know. It's treated too. The well is treated all the time. We do treat the well. And then we have our weather station. I think I've showed this many times before. Okay, so JK, she's on clay. It's tough to work with, but she'll make it. I think so too. I think she's smart. She's very smart. She's extremely smart, creative. Again, she started her channel, I don't even know, maybe a couple months ago, and she's already monetized. She's already got her ad, her watch. I mean, she's really smart and very brave. She's, there just with her son and her mother, and I just am so impressed. So that mud will be terrible. It is terrible. It is really terrible. It's, it's like clay. It's exactly like clay. It's, but she'll figure it out. If those sheds maybe put some bricks underneath or something, or some type of build this thing like once every 6 years. So our gas, I mean, it's pretty low key. It's, not, what kills us is the taxes and the mortgage on the house is what really kills us. And then I have another place that I pay for. So all the bills are double. So it's not cheap. I bought an SUV with that red mud, and yes, it never comes off. Right. Yes, but we sit on a fault. Yes, that's the other thing. I've experienced 2 earthquakes that I thought my kitchen floor was going to open up. It was crazy. This was a couple years ago. It lasted for maybe 15, 20 seconds. I ran out of that house when we first bought the house. And my husband was out here with the contractor, and I ran into the garage, and I'm like, oh my God, did you guys feel that earthquake? It was so bad. And you can see a lot of cameras up everywhere. Like, we have them all over the place. And they were standing over here, and they're looking at me. His truck was like right here, the contractor. And they're looking at, what are you talking about? What are you talking about? You're crazy. So the contractor got into his truck, turned it on, and on the news was, major earthquake just hit. And I was just like, I told you guys. We actually, on a neighbor's well, it's so hot. It has steam. Oh, right. Catch the classic horror sci-fi Them about giant ants in the desert. Oh, geez. Oh, I heard of the birds. But okay, I'll have to check that out. I love 50s films, and I love all those old films. They're one of the best, I think. So, wow, steam. Yeah, so we're under this massive, so I guess this was all volcano. Now, JK will be able to give me some history on this, because this is all volcanic land, I believe. It used to be a volcano or something like that. So underneath us is these hot springs, right? So we have a town called Desert Hot Springs, and that's what that is. It's underground heated volcanic steam, and it's just yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy. You don't know? No, I don't know metal detecting. I don't. I never really got into that. But I want to. I've been to the mines over here on this side, the gold mines, and I always wanted to go down one of those, but obviously they're gated. You can't go down them. Joshua Tree does do tours where they take you up there, and you can see them. But I always wondered if there was still maybe little bits of gold up there somewhere. But again, those mines are, you can barely get your body down, you know, and they go for miles, 6, 7 miles down, and it's just really creepy and scary. But I always wondered if there's any, gold around anymore. The issue is everything out here is metal. That is true. That is definitely true. Most of the minerals and everything, all the stuff is really, got these flies now. We got to shut the door, little one, because all the flies will go in. So we'll shut this door. Okay. All right. Yeah, so we have lizards, which she loves to chase. She loves the lizards. The issue is everything out here is metal. Yeah. I hate AI spell check. I know. I know. I go through that in my chats when I'm on a chat community. I'm like, I want to say something and it just misspells it, and I'm like, oh damn thing. Have you guys had enough yet? Have you had enough yet? Tarantulas. Yes, there's a video. I have a video of tarantula right here. It was found right here with the snake. And go to that video. It's on one of my playlists. So we had one of these orange buckets and we had a hose. My husband came out one day. I wasn't here. The snake was right here and the tarantula was, and that was the only time I ever saw a tarantula, was that one time. And they were both together. It was really crazy. It was just really weird. So the snake was there, and then my husband walked away for a second. And then when he came back, there was a tarantula, a black one. Oh, black widows spiders. Yes, we have those too. We have it all. We have it all. We definitely have it all. But like I said, we spray a lot, so we don't have really any issues with, any type of bugs in the house. Or, I mean, I found here and there baby scorpion. But when we built the house, my husband actually sealed, before we put the walls up, we put this like rubber seal that goes around the house. And it goes like 2 feet up from the cement to the sides of the wall. And this cement is like a rubber cement to keep out anything that can get into like little, crevices. So we did all kinds of stuff, chicken explorers. We did. We were like so paranoid when we first bought this place because, again, when we first bought this place, it was scary. There was a lot of crime here. There was a lot of, meth houses and just weed farms and just bad. So that's why we locked down the property. We got some protection. We actually do a lot of target practice. We do a ton of target practice. We have a lot of firearms because there was just so much crime out here. But then the feds came in a year ago, 2 years ago. And so here's one of our target practices. And then we have another one set up here. And that's what we're trying to do right now. We've actually not built, but planted all of this, hoping to one day to get, like those two on the end are doing great. But we did, we did plant as many as we can to get some shade in the area. So hopefully that'll happen in a few years, and we'll be able to have some shade. And then we also did we put in a Wi-Fi extender, because even though we have Starlink, I wasn't able to go out to that house unless I had an extender to go, use. So we've done a lot. So we bought probably an air conditioning unit that's probably way too big for a 1,100, 1,200 square foot house, but it was just so hot all the time. If I ever make it as a YouTuber, I want to get some property to build on. Yeah. Yeah, I know. That's what I'm trying. I'm trying to make it as a YouTuber so I can live with my family, so I can live with my husband and my animals. I want to retire. I'm at, a few years from retirement, but I'm not able to right now. So it's, I got to go back to the city and work, and I was hoping YouTube would be maybe a little bit of an income, and, help with that. And then I'd be able to, get rid of all those other bills I had with the other place. So, but that hasn't gone exactly the way I planned. So, and I've invested a lot. I've invested a lot in YouTube, like equipment wise, and, all the editors I use, and just all kinds of stuff. And I have to have two setups, because during the week I record at my apartment, and then, on the weekends I do my lives here. So I had to purchase double everything. So it was not cheap. So, so I was hoping that, that would happen for me, but it's pretty much nearly impossible to get monetized on YouTube, I think, unless you're No Doubty. She just did a great job. I mean, she instantly, her experiences and everything she did was just, she did a great job. And I was hoping that would, do that for me, so that I'd be able to be here with these little precious little ones. Oh, you're dirty. We got to wipe you down. No Doubty Homestead. You're doing a great job, honey. You are just amazing. We're addicted to your channel. I'm so proud of you. You're very brave. I can't even imagine what you're going through. Well, a little bit I can. But yeah, it's rough. It is rough. The weather's, if you go to the channel, you'll see some of the windstorms we've been through, and we've just been through hell pretty much, but it paid off. We have a beautiful, beautiful home, after about 7 or 8 months of not being able to live there once we bought it. It's funny, because once we bought it, we were like, what did we do? We made the biggest mistake of our lives. I appreciate you guys so much. I'll keep pushing people to your channel. Oh, thank you so much. Thank you. We're just addicted to you guys. I just love to see, your progress and what you're doing. And I even get some ideas from you. So, you're just doing great. I wish you the best of luck, and you guys will make it. You're a smart woman, and you got your son there and your mom, and your land is gorgeous. It really is. It's just, when it rains, hopefully, like I said, we just got this massive storm, and just in 40 minutes, this is what it did to our property. A 40-minute storm did this. And we have that everywhere, all over. And now we've got to fix it. We got to fill it all in. But the storms that come are just devastating. They're like this. This is what happens. and they are just extremely devastating. And then we've got to go do, like, look at that. I mean, that's insane. So they do, do a lot of damage. In fact, I wasn't even able to get to my house that day that happened. There were so many people stuck, and I had to go all the way around a different way to get here. But you got some gorgeous land out there. Hopefully it's not, some areas might be a flood zone. I'm not sure, but you'll figure it out. You're smart. You've done a great job so far. I'm glad you got your sheds. That's a big, huge, But having no water is rough. That's, kind of rough. Retaining well with drainage. There you go. Okay. I know there's like I was showing earlier, there's a lot of houses out here with water tanks. So they have these water tanks, and a service comes by and they fill these water tanks, and that's, I don't know how long that lasts, but there's a water tank, as I was showing earlier. Maybe something like that. I don't know if you have services out there, because we don't have any police, fire, ambulance, nothing out here. So, yeah, there's nothing. Tell Dowdy about your sheet rocking. I'm gonna share some pictures. I actually pulled some pictures of us doing our own sheet rocking. So my husband and I, we pretty much did a lot of the work ourselves, and we bought all the equipment, and we sheet rocked the whole house. I did all the mudding and all the taping and mudding and the sheet rocking and painting, and we went through hell. There was a lot of work that went into it. Again, we weren't able to live in it for a while. So, we had to live in this shitty, shacky hotel, if you want to call it that, because, we had no money. Everything was, all our money was invested in this property. But we made it, we did it, and it's absolutely beautiful. It's just gorgeous, and no doubty, I'm sure you see the skies at night, and they're just breathtaking, and nothing else in the world. I mean, it's just beautiful, absolutely beautiful. We had some homes to fill in sheetrock, some holes. Holes, yes, yeah. We did a lot. We did a lot of work, and it was a lot of pain and suffering. But again, we made it, and it's a lot of, like I said, what we built was custom. So we have custom country cabinets, and they were custom made. Like, you couldn't even buy them from the store. We had to order them from the vendor, the supplier itself, and they made them there. And then we had the contractors put it in. And my counters, I was very picky. I have all this black marble crystal. Our stove is like a restaurant quality. We just did everything we wanted for this house. We put in very high quality, appliances, and we did everything we wanted, because we were going to live here, retire here, and we just wanted everything to last. The elements out here are really brutal. So, we did extra insulation, we went above and beyond what a normal contractor would do to build a house. So, so that it would last. The house was built, I believe, in '63. So, again, some of our cameras, those need to be cleaned off. But yeah, so again, all electrical, plumbing, everything. And then, at least we have a garage. A lot of places don't have garages. So I was grateful. I'm going to take you into our little messy garage, but this is our water filtration system that we had to put in right here so that we are able to, there's our water tank for our showers, but this is a massive, massive system. Extremely, there's all the treatments we use for it. Um, so that we're able to shower and use it for clothes, washing our clothes. Um, and believe it or not, my husband put that system. Um, it was extremely impressive because that's like a commercial system. So, ooh, that's nice. Yes, yes, yes. We had to have it. When we bought this place, I mean, I couldn't even walk in the house. It's the rotten egg smell. We have this slate right here, like this big area. We were thinking about extending the house further to get more square footage because we had all this, we had this cemented area here. But once we found out, that's going to require, the permits and everything like that, we were like, okay, no, we'll keep it as a hangout. And that's what we did. We just, we did not get any permits for repairing or rebuilding anything. So that helped. Um, and we met some really good guys out here, some really local. What we did is at the hotel we were staying at, if you want to call it that, they had these magazines, like local magazines. And in these magazines, they had like handyman people listed looking for work. And we actually found some professional contractors in there that did a lot of work in the Yucca Valley area and the Joshua Tree area. So then they had a reputable company and they did a lot of work. So we hired them and they were very, very good. And negotiating with them, they were great. They were, pay us when you can. And, I mean, they were just really, really good. I mean, we always paid because we wanted our stuff done. And but they were really good contractors, and the county was good to work with in this area. They wanted to help people. Permits were not as expensive as a town. The towns are expensive. Okay, what do I do with my trash? I can't burn. Okay, so that's the thing. So we burn all of our trash except plastic. Now, we're lucky because I live in the city. So I take all our cans and all our plastic and I take it back to the city and then I get rid of it. But where you are, I'm not sure if you have a place, a dump, because again, you'll have to pay a fee for that also. I think it's $35 to dispose of your plastics and your cans and things like that. But I'm fortunate that I get to, I take it all back, but we burn everything else. We burn, all the paper, all that stuff. We burn all of our trash, all of our, other things, our boxes and, stuff like that. But as far as like recyclables, I take those back. And if I did not have the place in the city, I would go, we have a dump. It's about 5 miles from here and you pay 25 bucks and you just drop it off there and they take it for you. So, and I've done that, a couple times. Um, so we have a lot of stuff still from the old house that's, over here that eventually we want to burn. Um, and one of those handyman did take out all the other stuff that we had in here, all the other, and I'm going to post some pictures, no doubty, of what the house looked like when we first bought it and the sinks and all this other stuff. I'll show you some of the stuff. But on this side here, we still have some of the old, like, bathroom stuff. And, we're going to burn it eventually. But we hired a handyman and he took away, like, we might even do that. So this is like our old bathroom, our old, sink and cabinet and whatever But we'll hire a handyman and they'll come pick it up and they'll take it to the dump. You pay him like $100 and he'll come with his truck and take it all away and get rid of it for you. So the country has a disposal area. Oh, okay. They give us a sticker, but have never been. Okay, most people dig a hole for construction, but we have sand. Yeah, so I know this greenhouse down here, they actually have a trash container. So they have one of those big green, like trash container things, a big, huge one. And there's a truck that comes by and picks up their trash. So there is some type of service that is out here for that. Not sure how much that is, but everything else we burn right in this little pit over here. Sand is easy to dig. Yeah. Yeah, so most of our stuff we just, burn here and okay, I gotta see. Oh, here she is. You want to go in? Are you thirsty? You thirsty, little one? Where's the other one? Where's Mr. Buddy? Go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead. Maybe I'll show you guys the kitchen real quick. Show you a real quick picture. Oh, thank you, Poetic. Yeah, we like I said, we really wanted the best of everything, and we put a lot of our savings. Of course, we dipped into our 401ks and just we wanted this so bad. We wanted this property because we knew it had a water source. We knew no one else could build around us. We knew it wasn't a flood zone. We knew it had the most beautiful views in the world. And it had the perfect square footage. There's only, the two of us. And then, we finally learned to get a weather station because the weather was just, we didn't expect the type of weather out here that comes. So now we have this nice weather station, and inside is the control unit for it. So we can see what's coming. We can see, everything that's going to happen and prepare for it. But, we have millions of sandbags ready for, anything that happens. And like I said, there's just tons and tons and tons of wind and crazy, crazy stuff. That's nice and simple. I like it. Thank you so much, driving. Yeah, thank you. I love it here. It's absolutely beautiful. And this is my favorite part, which I was in yesterday. It is the most relaxing thing in the world at night. So we have our lights going at night, and then the hot tub has these amazing lights, and it has a Bose system in it. So I'm chilling in this, and the night skies and the mountains and our lights and just the fire going. It's perfect for me because I have so much stress during the week with my job. It's extremely, extremely technical, and it's stressful. It's very stressful. And I tend to try to be an overachiever, so I put a lot of stress on myself, which probably I could probably control that a little bit, but sounds relaxing, poetic. It is so relaxing. It is just the most relaxing place. I just love it. And that's, it's worth the 2.5 hours, sometimes 3 hours with the traffic. Like on holidays, it's about 3 hours. But it's definitely worth it to me to come here. And obviously, I miss my husband. I miss my dogs is the hardest, it's just leaving them on Sunday. They know, like they'll know today. They know when I'm leaving, and they're depressed, and they're just sad. And when they see me packing the truck, I can't even look at them. It's like I start crying, and I cry the whole way home. It's really hard, it's just super hard. It's not an easy, thing to do. I'm actually tearing up right now. but you got to do what you got to do, right? So hopefully one day I'll be able to, live here, hopefully. And that's why I was hoping like YouTube would be, the thing I could probably do on the side because, I'm pretty I know a lot about, coding and things like that. So, and I love editing. I love the editing part of it. Although some of my editing lately has been kind of horrific because my recording of the videos have been, some of them have been too emotional and just it's challenging. Like when I was on the source with 5 questions, he the one word, he did the 5 words, and he said YouTube, and I'm like, challenging. It's the most challenging thing to build and to get to those watch hours and to get what you need within the time frame that they give you. It's like almost impossible. So, um, I mean, I think it's 10 million shorts, and I don't know. It's some crazy, crazy 4,000 watch hours, and I don't know, 365 days or something like that. So, I mean, you got to build like instantly. So, and that's what I respect about No Doubty. I mean, she instantly she went from like 200 to 4,000 people, but she has a niche and she did it so brilliantly. And I think everybody just is drawn to that channel because they want to see what's going to happen next, and her journey, and what the outcome is. And she's really smart, and uh, just I'm just addicted to it. My husband and I, and I think we share, like I said, we share a lot of things that we've been through together. So I feel like I need to edit everything, and that's a mistake. I just need to post what I make. Sometimes that's true. That is true. Unedited, being real. And I did say that, when I was on the interview, being real is definitely, the most important thing is, being real. And the thing is I love to kind of be like a reporter. Like I love doing news stories. I love, like the dog trafficking news story I found out. And, every Saturday when I do my Frenchie videos, I find some news stories about what's going on, with different things with animals. And for some reason, I like doing research and reporting. So I probably should have been a news reporter. I hear that more and more. Yeah, Sandra. Yeah. Hey, 5Gs. How's it going? Awesome share. Thank you. Yeah, so that's the kind of stuff I like to do. But it's hard getting a following on that because I mean everybody's reporting on the same thing, right? On YouTube, if something comes out like the Charlie Kirk assassination, I did a video on that, and it it went further on X than it did on YouTube. But again, I was super emotional on that video. I was just super emotional, and I had to edit, and it just didn't come out. It just didn't come out. The editing was all choppy and whatever. But hi, Matthew. Everyone that I see on YouTube that has 20 million edits to say 3 sentences is not the kind of channel I want to subscribe to. And that's true. That is there. You said it. You said it. That's exactly right. That's exactly right. So, and that's why, my shows on Saturday, those are not edited. Those are just raw, real. That's how it is. It's how you're going to get it. And even this one, just this live. But I do like recording. I like recording stories. I like telling stories. I like covering news. But usually when you cover a story, again, everybody on YouTube is covering that same story. So it's hard to get a different, outlook on it because everybody's covering the same thing. So, Hey, Belt Loop, what's up? What's happening? I wish I could have stayed on your live last night longer. I was on, I don't know, I think I hit maybe 7 or 8 lives yesterday, so I was like, oh my God. But I really enjoyed the Da Vinci learning session with I think it was Ed and Ralph, and that was a program I did, play around with, and Runway was another one. So that was really interesting, and that was cool to. Yes, I will definitely hang out again. Uh, on your live, definitely. It was I and I'm super shy to go on the panel. I know I don't seem it, but I am really like when I was on the source, I was like shaking in my boots on that. I was just really nervous, and I'm just super shy. I don't know. I was self-conscious, I guess, a little bit. But no, I will someday get the bravery and to come up on your channel. So you guys are awesome. All you guys are so cool. I love your community. You also have a great bunch of people. So um Devil Dog is super cool. I mean, just web, yeah, just everybody. Maybe someday you will come up. No reason to be nervous. That's kind of the point with the panel. The focus can be shared. Yes. Yeah, no, that's true. That is true. And I see everybody having a good time up there. Everybody was, it was you have a really good community there. It's great, and I love it. So that's why I joined a lot of those channels. I believe I joined your other channel too. Your Critters. I think it was Critters. I did join that one too. So I'm a member on that. And I love those. I love those videos you have there. The source asked me to do 5 questions, but I have a hard time with scheduling things in my life. Yeah, it is. Life is crazy for everyone. It's just crazy. Life is just crazy for everyone. Everyone's busy working, doing their YouTube thing, editing, doing recording. Just life is just crazy. And I work a lot. I work about 50 hours a week, and then I travel 2.5 3 hours on the weekends, both Friday and Sunday. um it's just and then in between, doctor's appointments and dentist appointments, and it's just life is crazy. It's just crazy. So it's hard to get things done and schedule. Hey buddy, where you going? Hody, come here for a minute. Come here, buds. Come here. Oh, you're so beautiful. Oh, let me see. Oh, let me see. Oh. Oh, hi, beautiful. But this is what I do it for, these two. I have this place for them because they were living in a really small, little tiny, she's all dirty. They were living in a tiny, 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 tiny apartment. So when we found this place, we're like, this would be great for them, and they love it. So, hi, bub. Except for the rattlesnake that bit my poor little baby. Huh. You got bit. You poor little thing. Oh, my goodness. Yeah, it was a very bad experience. I hope I never have to go through again. And it was also a $6,000 bill. So, but I have video on that. And that was another video. I was like so depressed when I was recording that video. I wasn't happy with it. I was just, because it was the day after, and that was the real me. I was just so depressed. Um, so yeah, but that's only been for a couple of months. I could end up dropping back to 64 hours a week if our staffing picks up. Adorable. Oh, wow, expensive. Yes, it was, yeah, it was super, super, super expensive. I mean, I think these veterinarians and hospitals, and these vet hospitals, they have some kind of racket going on. Uh, I don't know. I have a conspiracy theory that they may be, I don't know, tied in with the government somehow. I don't know. Just it's just too expensive. I just the cost of the care, for these animals are just out of control. So, they get their rattlesnake vaccinations every year, but that really only buys them, it only buys them a couple hours. So I totally get it. I shot a video of my dog Lula fell right before she passed. Oh, I could never make it a public video. No, right, right. It was just devastating. Yeah, I can't. I was just so emotional. I was just so down and just so emotional that you could tell in the tone of my voice. I was just like, have you ever been through this? And just, but I just wanted everybody to know, be careful. There was a lot of people hiking at the time, and these snakes were everywhere at the time. I guess there's a season for them. They see something. Is that a lizard? Is that a lizard? It's over there. The lizard. Where'd it go? Where'd it go? Where did the lizard go? Did you see it? They love chasing lizards. Um, yes, so there is a rattlesnake vaccination and they get it once a year, but it literally just buys them enough time. And we are 2 hours away from anything. Like we're an hour and 15 minutes away from Joshua Tree, um, which pretty much has nothing. So you have to go to Yucca Valley, which is another half hour, for any type of Walmart or shopping, any type of food shopping or anything like that. So the hospital I had to take her to was in Palm Springs. So it's 2 hours and 15 minutes away, or 2 hours away. And she was in rough shape. I mean, she got bit. I found out after the blood work was done that she got bit by one of the most poisonous, deadliest rattlesnakes there was. And it was the Mojave green rattlesnake. And she was just a little itty bitty thing. And I had no idea that that was, what bit her. So I pretty much made it to that hospital in about an hour and 15 minutes. And, it was just, and the closer I got to the hospital, the worse she got. Like she started like passing away on the seat. It was just, I can't even, it was just awful. She started not breathing, having trouble. So I panicked. I called the hospital. I was like 15 minutes away from the hospital. I'm like, what do I do? She's not breathing. I don't know what to do. And they're like, you're 10 minutes away. Just come. We're ready for you. We've got the doors open. So I pulled right up to that hospital. I didn't even shut the car off, did nothing. Just pulled right up to the front, grabbed her. They were ready for her. They pumped her with the anti-venom, medicine and all antibiotics. And each bag of that anti-venom is $1,000. So she needed 2 bags of it, plus all the antibiotics, plus the pain medication they gave her. Then they wanted $3,000 more if I were to just leave, but I didn't want to leave her. So I said, I'll do the care. I'll sit with her for the 12 hours and I saved myself $3,000 for, sitting there for the 12 hours and caring for her. So interesting location, scary. Yeah. Yeah, there's nothing out here. There really is nothing out here. The bond with fur babies is unlike any other I know. Yeah, it really is. It's just, you just, I love these guys. I love them. I just love them to death. They're my best friends. I don't really associate with anybody outside of, I don't really associate with anyone. My family is all back east. I don't have any family here. My family is my husband and my dogs. So I do talk to my family back east. I have a huge Italian family back east. So we do keep in touch, but I don't, I go home from work and I do YouTube. I don't leave my apartment because I'm in a rough area back there. So I am protected. I do carry protection. So, but yeah, so this is my family. Desert, talk to you later. Have to let phone to. Okay, poetic. I'll probably see you later on the source. Take care. Thank you. Thank you for coming in. I'll see you later, hon. Have a good day. Um, yeah, so anyway, that's our experience out here in the desert, and it's been that just an experience, but I love it. I just wouldn't trade it. We have a lot of memories, and those are things you look back on, the memories, and the good times and the bad times. But I do love my pets, and they're the most important thing. So yeah, during the week it's pretty quiet for me, and that's why I like YouTube, because it keeps me, gives me something to do during the week when I get out of work. Although I'm beat to death when I get out of work. The type of work I do is it's very stressful. But anyway, well, I think I am going to end this live stream. I usually go for about an hour on Sundays. So every Sunday I'm out here and I do a live just to see what's going on and check out the scenery on Sunday. So thank you everyone for joining and participating. And I was so glad you're in here. I thank you for the support. You guys have been so great. Belt Loop, just Chicken Explorers, everybody that's been in here. Thank you so much, and I will see you guys soon. Take care, everyone.